How you doing, everybody? We're back from the hospital. Helen is not happy because Victor's still at the hospital. She's crying her eyes out when we left the hospital because he was left behind. He is in good hands. He has a small problem with an infection, and he is getting better. But he wasn't ready to leave yet. But we couldn't stay any longer, so we had to come home. And hopefully he'll be home soon. I'll keep you posted. I can't believe I have a baby smaller than my puppy, who's a miniature Shih Tzu. This miniature Shih Tzu right there weighs more than my son. And oh yeah, I almost forgot. They gave me one more bill, 53,000. So we're up to a total of 106,000 pesos for the birth and up to date to today. But there'll be another bill when I go to get Victor back from the hospital. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the last video. There's a rather odd quirk with Victor. We knew back June, I guess, maybe sooner, that he was going to be a boy, so we started to look at boy names. And one of the things we found was that Helen's father, his name was Lodi Vico. So I started to look at L and B names for the baby. And noticed also with astronomical signs what various astronomical signs he would be born under. What we found was Libra and Virgo, and I hadn't thought about that much, but we were just looking for, an L or V name, and I said, oh, okay. And he was born under Virgo, so therefore Victor. The even stranger thing is that he was born at 3:15 a.m. On the 1st of September. My mother died, according to my Facebook, on the 2nd of September, although I think it's a mistake. I think it was the 1st, at 3:18 p.m. In either case, there's a 12-hour time difference between either of those numbers. I've been saying for quite a while to Helen that I thought her father and my mother basically had met up in the afterlife and said, we have to get these two together. I think Victor's birth was making them scream, you're right. Victor waited over 30-some hours from the time her water broke at 9 p.m. the day before. She went 24 hours past the 9 p.m. till 3:15 a.m. the next morning. He waited. Partly why he got the infection, because of that. I'm not sure what else to say about that, but it's a very rather odd, strange quirk. Today, going into Phil Health, which I had to go to make sure, because we had not updated Helen's marital status, that her Phil Health was not going to work. And amazingly, our marriage license became available right when we needed it. And I was able to get that fixed, although it was a lot of running around. Wait till you find out about the paperwork here. Everything's got to be right, or you're running back and forth a few times, which I did. But strangely enough, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but my birth date is the 12th of June, which happens to be their Independence Day. When I went to pay the bill, they give you a number. They gave me a 12. In both cases, before I went into the office where I was going to have to sit for who knows how long, I stopped and I held this, which is, I believe, her father and my mother in itself. It's my ring, made from my mom's father's wedding ring and a stone I picked up that I believe represents her father. And I stopped. Before I went in, I said, give me a short line. Can you hook me up? I got into Bill Health and I was next. And then Helen forgot to sign a piece of paper and I had to do it all over again. I made the mistake of not asking for short line and all the paperwork being correct. Maybe they're having a little joke on me. I did the same thing again when I went to pay the bill and ended up getting number 12, and I was next. It doesn't happen a lot here that you're next. Although they do give express lanes to seniors or anyone that's disabled. So you basically cut line when you're older and you're disabled. And I wear a back brace, so maybe they're jumping me on the line. I don't know. I haven't asked for that, but maybe they have. But life here is getting very interesting. Welcome to the Philippines. Have a good one, everyone.